The story begins in a private dining room inside Mar-a-Lago. Gold ceilings, crystal chandeliers, and the kind of luxury atmosphere Donald Trump refuses to compromise on. Trump walks in with full presidential confidence, expecting a normal evening filled with political discussions and business chatter. But the moment he sits down, an unexpected topic hits the table. Someone casually mentions Elon Musk's family fortune. Not Elon's own billions, not Tesla, not SpaceX, not X, but his family's generational wealth. Trump freezes, eyebrows raised, eyes wide, and asks, "Wait, Elon's family had money? How much?" What follows is a story of how Donald Trump, a man who has spent decades around billionaires, moguls, royalty, and global elites, finds himself genuinely shocked by the financial roots behind Elon Musk's rise. This is the untold backstory behind the Musk family fortune, how deep it actually goes, how Elon's childhood shaped him, the wild myths surrounding their early wealth, and why Donald Trump was left stunned when he learned the real numbers. Let's start at the beginning. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in a family that wasn't just successful, but exceptionally privileged by any global standard. Trump, who built his brand on the idea of a wealthy family empire, assumed he understood Elon's beginnings. But he didn't. Not even close. Elon's father, Elon Musk, was an electromechanical engineer, a pilot, a sailor, a real estate developer, and a man known for making bold and risky financial moves. This is where Trump leans forward in interest, because both financial men fascinate him. But when Trump hears the size of some of Errol's property deals and investments, he raises his hand like he's calling a referee timeout. Because the truth is, Elon Musk didn't just come from a comfortable home. He came from serious money. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Elon Musk controlled several properties across South Africa. And remember, this was during a time when owning real estate in that region practically guaranteed massive cash flow. He also owned a share in a private emerald mine in Zambia. While some stories about the mine have been exaggerated online, one thing is not exaggerated. The Musk household never struggled, not for a moment. Trump hears this and shakes his head. He always thought Elon was a self-made hustler like himself. But the deeper the story goes, the more Trump realizes Elon had the kind of financial head start most entrepreneurs could only dream of. There is a moment in the dinner conversation when Trump interrupts and says, "So, you're telling me this guy had access to emeralds? Actual emeralds?" Someone nods. Trump leans back in his chair and mutters, "That's unreal." But the most shocking part wasn't even a mine. IT was Elon Musk's engineering empire, which produced consistent high-level income for decades. Elon was the kind of man who could pay for private schools, international travel, computers in the early 1980s, and elite-level education without blinking. Trump is stunned again when he hears that Elon had a computer at age 10, in an era when computers were rare, expensive, and considered luxury items. The idea that Elon had access to that kind of technology so early explains a lot, and Trump immediately recognizes the advantage. Because while young Elon was coding games at home on one of the few personal computers in South Africa, a young Donald Trump was walking construction sites with his father learning real estate. Two different worlds, two different foundations, but both rooted in family wealth. The conversation gets even more interesting when they reach the topic of Elon's upbringing. Elon attended elite private schools, took frequent trips outside South Africa, and had early exposure to business conversations that shaped his mindset. Trump nods slowly and says, "That's how billionaires are built. Early exposure, early access, early confidence." But then someone at the table adds one more detail. A detail Trump never expected. The Musk family wasn't just wealthy. They were globally connected. Elon's mother, Mae Musk, was a world-traveling model. She appeared on magazine covers in the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s. Long before her son became the richest person on Earth, she financed her kids' education, encouraged global exploration, and built her own brand decades before social media existed. Trump raises an eyebrow when he hears that May lived in 5 different countries, worked multiple jobs at once, and still made sure the Musk kids had the best opportunities possible. He turns and says, "That's not normal. That's top-level family structure." But here's where the dinner takes a surprising turn. Someone brings up the myth that many people online believe, that Elon Musk grew up poor. Trump laughs out loud. Poor? with a private emerald mine and multiple properties? Come on. The room laughs with him. But then the conversation gets serious. Because Elon's family wealth didn't just give him comfort, it gave him something much more powerful. Freedom to take massive risks at age 17. Elon leaves South Africa for Canada with almost nothing, but also with something priceless, a safety net mentally shaped by wealth. He knew how the wealthy think. He understood how to navigate high-level environments, and he had the confidence to fail big. Trump listens quietly as the table discusses how Elon took his first major entrepreneurial risks even when he didn't have millions yet, because his upbringing had already trained him to think globally, from Zip2 to PayPal to Tesla to SpaceX to Neuralink to Starlink to buying Twitter. Each move rested on a foundation built in his childhood. But here's where Trump gets really shocked. One person at the table produces a set of financial estimates showing what the Musk family fortune will be worth today if you adjusted Arrow's properties, investments, and assets to modern value. The estimate is far higher than Trump expected. Even higher than what many people online speculate. That Trump's reaction is priceless. He whispers, "I knew he was rich now, but his family was rich back then too?" That explains everything. Trump realizes that while he built his empire on a foundation created by his father, Fred Trump, Elon Musk built a futuristic empire on a foundation created by two highly accomplished parents. Point one provided financial capital. One provided intellectual and social capital. Elon leveraged both to change the world. The conversation shifts again. Trump, no fully invested in the story, asked the table, so what was the real secret behind Elon Musk's rise? The answer is simple yet powerful. Elon had a combination almost no one else on Earth has. A wealthy family foundation plus extreme intelligence plus insane risk tolerance plus global upbringing plus relentless work ethic. Trump nods slowly. He might not always agree with Elon's decisions. He might call him unpredictable. He might even clash with him politically. But in this moment, Trump acknowledges something he rarely does. Elon Musk's success came from a level of advantage and opportunity that even he didn't fully have. That's when Trump says quietly, "No wonder he's the richest man in the world." Now the dinner wraps up. Trump leaves the room, still shaking his head slightly in disbelief. The idea that Elon's family wealth played such a major role in shaping the world's richest man, that is what shocked him the most, because Trump has met billionaires of every category. Self-made hustlers, inherited nobles, tech geniuses, royalty, global tycoons. But Elon Musk is something different, a combination of generational wealth, engineering, upbringing, global exposure, and raw ambition that is rarely seen. And Trump, a man who rarely admits surprise, is forced to admit it. Elon Musk's family wealth was far deeper, more powerful, and more influential than the world ever talks about. And that's the real story. The behind-the-scenes truth about why Donald Trump was stunned when he discovered the true scale of Elon Musk's family wealth, and how it shaped Musk into the billionaire innovator we know today. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into billionaire backstories, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below who you want to hear about next. This is one story, but there are millions more secrets hidden behind the world's richest men. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video.